It's definitely not feeling safe wherever you are, especially in public.
Is meeting beauty standards, because a lot of younger women think they have to look and act a certain way just to fit in or be found attractive or even be wanted.
In a room full of guys, you feel like you have to be the best all the time and there's no room for error.
It has its ups and its downs. We don't have the same rights. And especially in a lot of cultures, they don't have a lot of human rights.
The fact that like the media and all that, they do it in such an unrealistic way and saying that you have to look like this, you have to look like this, when it's not the case. You should just be happy with yourself. And I think that like it just tears people down and makes them not happy with themselves.
Really noticing the differences that we go through versus men and how much better they have it.
Society definitely puts unrealistic standards on women, like you must have children and work, which is 2 full-time jobs that you need to juggle at the same time. Women are expected to care for the house, and in many cases, care for their aging parents too.
You have to be skinny, you have to be blonde, you have to look a certain way or act a certain way, and I don't agree with it.
I think social media plays a big part of that. We have public figures like the Kardashians. They're not necessarily portraying realistic expectations for women. Photoshop and AI is a huge thing now too. So expectations for women often can't be met based on what society makes it like we should be. For me, being a woman has not been a disadvantage. I mean, it is frustrating sometimes when people don't think you're capable of doing something. I do think that for me, it has been somewhat empowering. I do pageants, and being a woman in pageantry has given me a lot of life skills that I'm forever grateful for, and friendships with other women who share similar passions with me.
You know, growing older and stuff, I've definitely noticed the disadvantages that we as women face in society and how it's unfair that we put in a lot of work to make ourselves who we want to be, and it's not enough.
I would say it's more empowering, especially being a part of a sorority at my school. I feel very empowered and uplifted by my girls.
I feel like there is disadvantages to being a woman. Like, obviously men are looked at as better, I guess, and they don't really get looked down upon as much as women do, but I think that being a woman is better in so many ways, and I think that, you know, it is empowering. I worked in a male-dominated field for a couple of years, and I felt great about it because I felt stronger because of the fact that everyone thinks that only men can do the job that I was doing, and I was one of the best people in my company.
Was when people who I respected in my life started comparing me to my mom in my talents, the way that I looked, the way that I carried myself, the way that I just presented myself overall.
Was when I went to sleepaway camp and I got to live with like 8 other girls for like a month, and it was just incredible because we shared so many memories and got so close.
Accepting my menstrual cycle.
I would say it's to experience femininity at its core and truly understand what it's like to be a woman.
I would say being a woman to me means being independent, being able to do things on my own, be strong, be my own person, not have to depend on anyone. I would say yes, now I do, but after years of like trying, because society never lets women be able to just feel pretty with how they are.
I definitely feel pretty in certain situations or different times in my life. I have felt prettier than others.
I feel prettiest when I'm accomplishing something. So it has nothing to do with like the way I feel like I look or anything like that, but I feel pretty when I do something to fruition. And especially if it's something that someone doubted me being able to do, that's when I feel pretty.
I feel pretty.
No, not at all. I don't think I'm very conventionally attractive, but I'm working on, body positivity and all that.
I feel like it's taken me a long time, but I feel like even with everything in society and telling me that, I might not be pretty, I think that I think I'm pretty. I 100% think I'm pretty.
I hope that you guys know that you're beautiful and amazing. It doesn't matter how you look, doesn't matter how you act. If this world had a bunch of the same people, if we all acted and looked the same, it would be so boring. So please remember that you're beautiful and you're loved.